Okay, so now you know we got to talk about Bronny James. So he had a career high game, 17 points, 7 and 10 from the field, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, and he played for 30 minutes in the Lakers' 118-89 loss to the Bucks. So one person in particular who had something to say was Stephen A. So he came back with a different point of view, saying, this is the big picture here that I want to bring up. I might have been wrong. And then he was kind of like, are you listening, LeBron? Are you listening, James family? Are you listening, Rich Paul? So he made sure that they heard what he was saying about Bronny James. So Trista, what did you think of Stephen A's response? And then how did you feel about Bronny James' gameplay versus the Bucks?
Stephen A is one of those guys who, even when he says when he's wrong, he still tries to circle the block and spin it back around on why he always felt and believed in Bronny. He also said, okay, I was maybe wrong, but I also always believed in Bronny as an NBA talent. So did you believe or did you not believe? Do you think that he should be playing in NBA games? Do you think it's disrespectful? Do you think LeBron as a dad is like being shameless in his nepotism, or do you not? So I thought that was very like talking out of two sides of your mouth kind of a thing, which is like not unlike Stephen A. He's an entertainer. Like he doesn't want facts to get in the way of a good time. So to me, that was like just Stephen A doing more Stephen A stuff. In terms of Bronny, I think the context of Bronny is maybe not considered as much when we're looking at what he should be doing and what he's capable of doing and like what we should expect from him. Like you're talking about a kid who almost died not that long ago, played for one of the worst, most mediocre college coaches in all of the NCAA, this guy, Andy Enfield, which like all of the NCAA experts fry him, put him on the hibachi as being just like one of the most terrible coaches that a kid like that could play for. So he had to run with the USC system. And I don't even know why he went to USC. I kind of think it was because he wanted to stay at the big mansion Casa de LeBron and like stay close to home. Because he could have gone anywhere. He could have gone to Ohio State. Could have gone to Oregon. Those were the teams that he was looking at down the stretch. So he's like on death's door, has a heart issue, ends up finally playing, doesn't average much in college, but that was like pretty much to be expected. You didn't get all the preseason time with your team. You weren't building that chemistry that you were talking about, Mase, with the squad, and they weren't any good anyway. So, okay, so I'm not expecting much from LeBron James Jr. in his rookie year. The fact that he's playing in NBA games and getting 30 minutes, even though he was playing with, the Long Beach Stars or whoever basically the G League team that he was playing with, because no one else played, right? It was like Dorian Finney-Smith was out, Luka was out, LeBron was out, Rui was out, Jared Vanderbilt was out, Dorian Finney-Smith out. So like him and the South Bay Lakers, we're going to get clapped by the Milwaukee Bucks no matter what. So for him to be able to show, okay, I can get my own shot, I can shoot the three well. I think he shot 50%, 2 for 4, and still be able to like hold his own. Everybody was getting smacked on that team. It didn't really matter. He was playing with, a Shake Milton, who's Shake Milton. So I think it was good, but at the end of the day, I still don't think he's like NBA material right this second.
So you weren't impressed then? You weren't impressed?
I was impressed by the performance, considering that the expectations on an NBA floor were low. He didn't shake the shit out of Giannis. He did. He shook him. He has the ability to get his own shot and score. He's not the best defender. It wasn't like he was on the floor and, like you say, plus minus. They lost by 29 and Bronny was a negative 36. Now, he was on the floor with other players who aren't any good either. So you can't really blame it all on him. It was great to see him achieve, but they did get the shit kicked out of them when they played the Bucks. So I'm not like, you kind of have to add that to the context of his performance.
Wow. What do you have to say, Stat? I'm done talking about Bronny.
You definitely did say that.
I told you that. I said, if I don't have anything good to say, I'm going to do what my mother told me. If you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. And I'm not going to join the bashing train. When I have something good to say, I'm going to say it.
Okay, so you don't have
What would
anything
you
good
like
to
to
say.
say?
Like, that's confirmed. Got it. You said a lot without saying anything.
No,
Be
but I'm
fair.
not. I'm definitely not talking about that anymore. I'm not. If it comes up, it's like the Cowboys to me, because I think when you begin to speak of any person consistently negative and there's nothing that they did warranted towards you, that is hating, and I'm never gonna be deemed as a hater.
Yeah. I understand that point of view, but I also think the other end is like when somebody also does well, when that's not their expectations, it's okay to recognize that. So also given Trista's point of view, it's like, this was not, a high caliber game, but I think it's the fact that I'm not gonna say nobody, that's a strong term. A lot of people didn't think Bronny had it in him. I think
to do what exactly?
To perform well. I don't think a lot of people had it in him to do well in an NBA game like that. So I think seeing it is like, okay, he has something in him. This is something that we can work with. And he has that potential that a lot of people feel like he didn't even have at all.
No, I've been said that Bronny could be very successful. And that's this. I will say this because it's good. That he could be really successful on that team if he's put in the right position. Pause. Like any player that has talent, it's not just your talent, it's who you play with and your role on the team. Like, you could be a great player and the coach have you in a messed up position and you're still gonna look bad even though you're actually good. A lot of players that play with LeBron end up not playing as good because they have to play second, which is understandable. He's gonna have the ball. And just think, most times if somebody got the ball and you're 5'11" or you're 6 feet, let's say you're 6'2", and the guy bringing up the ball is 7 feet or he's 6'10", then now you become an off guard even though you're a point guard. So now all of your strengths, a lot of your strengths are immediately taken away when they start playing big ball. And people don't really look at that when they see LeBron or they see Joker. So we're not just harping on LeBron.
Yeah.
Anytime a big person start bringing up the ball, it alleviates the smaller guard.
Yeah.
So that's something that makes Bronny not look as good as well, because he's not the person with the ball. So now if I got the ball as LeBron or Jokic and I hold the ball to 20 seconds and then I throw it to you on the last 2 seconds, you got to force up a shot, which makes you look horrible.
Right.
Because you're not really just a catch and shoot shooter. The only person that can really play in that mode is a Cal Korver or who was it, J.R. Smith, or the people that was playing that role, Ray Allen. If you're not one of those people who are lights out shooter, you begin to look bad because of the style of play that he plays.
Yeah. No, I totally understand where you're coming from, but I also think it also comes to when the moment is there, you seize the opportunity. Because even down to like the Spurs, Mamu had a historic night, but that probably wouldn't have happened if Wemby or something like that was playing in the game. So it's like,
exactly,
to Bronny's point, this was a great game. We still want to see more.
Good. 17 is good.
But it's okay to want to see more. That's fine. And to Trista's point, like, yes, it's situational, but it's like, I think we all want the best for Bronny.
Yeah. I'm just not going to harp on it because it makes titles. Like, I see when people do stuff like that, I don't like that. I don't like when you just pick somebody's name out and you run with it because it's the person to bash today,
Yeah. I get what you're saying, for sure. But shout out to Bronny James. Hopefully we'll continue to see more of him because, like I said, we're trying to see some more. And like you were saying before, you were like, maybe he needs more minutes. Well, he got more minutes in this game. So you just you never know, y'all.
And I'm more so talking about, it's not the minutes, it's put in the right position to succeed. When you succeed in life, especially if you're a part of any organization, it's because the orchestrator or the person at the helm of what's going on has designed a plan that works well for you. That's where people succeed. I didn't succeed because I just had talent. I succeeded because there was a system that I could thrive in, just like you. You're here. It doesn't matter if we gave you the opportunity. if we don't put you in a position that'll cause you to do well. Talent alone is not enough. There's a book out there like that. I think it's John Maxwell, or one of them leadership books. It's called Talent is Not Enough. It's one of my favorite books.
Have to go check it out. Real inspirational, y'all.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.